So, hi guys. Yes, we are back on MTA 360. Your new channel for all Arsenal talks. Let's begin the episode for the day. Not talking about Madueke. I'm done with it. Let's hope we talk good about him by the end of the season, or hopefully he doesn't come to Arsenal. That is my perspective. There are some people in comments I saw supporting Madueke. Hopefully he does well if he comes to Arsenal. That is a completely different topic for the day next week or anything. So today we'll talk about a possible signing of Rodrigo, or maybe whether SA will come or not. And we'll discuss with Ankur from Bangalore Arsenal supporters group about Berta's transfer policies and everything. How has he done till now, and what would be Arsenal strategies for the upcoming season? So I'll welcome Ankur to our channel now. Hi Ankur, hi
Hey,
there.
hi Deepak, long time,
Long
but
time.
good
So
to see you
hope
again. And
you know about our new channel MTA 360 dedicated for our English audience. So we will
yes,
do more podcasts together in this channel moving forward with you guys as well. So yeah, let's deep dive into Arsenal things now directly. I don't want to go into different stuff. Not Madueke. I know your feelings about Madueke signing. That transfer news itself made a big mess in our group. I know that. So let's talk
no, but
about
we can
Rodrigo.
probably towards the end we can touch base
Yeah, yeah,
upon
we'll
because that's
touch
the hot
Madueke.
news. So we'll touch.
Yeah, yeah, hot news. I got a little banter from Chelsea fans yesterday, so I was stuck with that signing, so I was not able to counter on certain things yesterday, like their signings to like their hijack, the so-called hijack for Mudrik, which I was not thinking about itself. I was wanting to talk about it. There's like their transfer window policies were great, is what he was telling. So I was about to talk about Mudrik and all, but suddenly this Madueke thing had made me black out. So no. So let's talk. The hot news now is Real Madrid is ready to sell Rodrigo, and he's open for European clubs, not any other Saudi clubs. So is what we have heard. So what do you think? Arsenal go for him now that we are thinking about Madueke again? Madueke is coming. Yeah.
See, honestly, first things first. I don't think so. Rodrigo is coming because the what do you say the rumors that are going on of other players and the amount that we have already spent or if we plan to spend. So I'm not sure. And To be honest, I'll be honest with you and the folks who are watching. If anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't seen much of Rodrigo. To be fair, be it for Brazil or be it for Real Madrid, is he the answer to our right wing, possibly Saka backup kind of a role? I don't know. Even if he is, and I think that is what the role we are looking for, right? For Rodrigo, a right wing role.
No, no, no. He's a proper left wing is what we are looking for him.
Okay.
Trossard is about to leave, so Saka on the right and Rodrigo on the left is what initially before this Madueke or Eze deals came up. Initially, start of the transfer window, it was like Rodrigo on the left itself as a starter, because for sure Rodrigo with that price from Real Madrid, we can't expect him to be a bench player or a backup. So
Yes.
he's a left wing starter. So most probably Martinelli, if he's staying, will be the backup. Is what the plan goes if Rodrigo is coming in. So I'm not sure now about that signing, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So probably that is one way to look at it. But yeah, I doubt that because if we are buying Gyökeres, we have already spent a good amount on Zubimendi, and if we are also buying, say, Madueke, then do we have the room to buy Rodrigo? I don't know. And lastly, I want to close with saying that I am a Brazil fan. Although I don't get time to follow much of those international friendlies and all, but whenever the big tournaments comes, I follow Brazil.
Okay.
And to be honest, in Premier League, any South American attacking player, yes, we have Gabriel and all. We had Thiago Silva as well. Any South American attacking player, in my mind, apart from Aguero, no one comes who has done really, really well in Premier League. So I don't know that overall also the player fits the profile or not. I'm skeptical, but happy to be proven wrong. If a player from Real Madrid comes, it's always great. But I think probably we should look at the other areas that we need to fill on priority first. So yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, you mentioned about like South American players. We had our own great player named Alexis Sanchez. He's a South American player, so he has done well. Like my perspective of thinking in that way. So like Luis, right? Like what is his name from Liverpool? Luis Diaz. Luis
Luis
Diaz. Yeah.
Diaz.
Yeah, he's from a South American team. So there are potential, but Rodrigo, like from Real Madrid player, being a superstar with the name itself from Real Madrid ex player or something like that, will he cope up with Arteta's system is what only concern that I'm having right now. Like whether he'll be like okay with the coaching system, or whether there will be any backroom clashes or in the future or something like that. I don't know.
See,
That
I
is the
don't
word.
think so.
Yeah.
Because see, these players are all quite professionals, okay? And what I have observed recently, if you take last 4 or 5 years, if any player move from any club to another, like club A to club B, whichever two clubs you pick, who are part of the top flight of European football, each club has a different setup, has a different coaching setup and everything. So we have seen players uh, adapting to that. We have seen players who have not adapted to that as well.
Yeah.
And since we are talking about set coaching setup and team setup, there are certain teams in the Premier League whom we shall not name, who played
Yeah.
exceptionally well and finished 16th last year. They don't seem to have a setup yet, so I
Yeah.
don't know. Apart from those clubs, I think majority of the clubs all across European top football have
we
some
don't,
kind of setup.
we don't want to talk about the relegation battle teams now. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
and I've seen a meme saying they wanted Jokeres and they end up with Calvert Lewin, maybe, I guess. So yeah, that is a hell another story again. So I am on a perspective like we'll end up a Rodrigo part now. I am on a perspective if we can sign him, we should sign him because we need
Yeah,
someone strong on left wing because Martinelli is good but not great at the moment because this season, whatever we say, it is like a trophy needed season. Like we don't have
definitely.
any other like we cannot give any more time for Arteta to like build the team or something like that. That's done. It is like this season you win Champions League or Premier League or win both. You have the capabilities. You are getting players that you are requiring. So in terms of that, we have done four signings. What do you think about Berta's approach to the transfer window compared to Edu, what he has done? So, what do you feel has changed in Arsenal's transfer windows?
See, the start has been really exciting, to be honest. Like, I know Berta came with certain kind of reputation behind his back, and as of now, I would say he has not lived up extremely to the expectation. Probably if we are able to sign Gyökeres and Eze or Rodrigo, I think it will be a great what do you say, window for us, for Berta as well.
Yeah,
But my concern is little different, Deepak, from Berta,
yeah,
or in fact any football director or director of football or whatever the role is called.
yeah,
If you see the last 5-10 years of Arsenal's business, we have been extremely poor sellers of players.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I want to see Berta. Yes, your primary job is to ensure that the top talents comes to a club like Arsenal at a best possible rate. Yes, but your job is also to ensure that the outgoings are also being done as a best possible rate.
yeah,
See, I don't know how they do it. I don't know what they do it. But if you see the likes of the other top clubs, Liverpool, if you see Man City, even if you see Chelsea,
yeah,
they are extremely good sellers.
yeah,
And if you pick so many players in the recent times, we have just let them go for free, mutual
yeah.
contract termination, be it Ozil, be it say I mean,
Latest
who
is
did they?
Tomiyasu,
Yeah,
Thomas Partey,
Tomiyasu.
Brentford
Every
is missing.
see my thing is, even if we could have gotten say 5 million, 10 million, even 15 million from these players, that adds to your overall budget and that helps in the in keeping the club financially strong, be it
Yeah,
from FFP and whatnot. So that is something that we really need to work out. If you
yeah,
see the types of players that we had, who are our best, like top two sellers in recent times, it was Iwobi and Chamberlain
Balogun. No,
and
no,
Balogun
Balogun. Yeah, although that all comes within 35 range.
within
So
35.
yeah, yeah,
So,
that's
so
our
that
highest
is
sale.
that is our highest sell. Can you imagine? That is a,
Yeah,
I think, if I am not wrong, I can't recall the player. There is a certain player whom City signed in January,
yeah,
and they want to sell him now, and they want 50 million for that player. See, I don't mind that if you are selling any of our player to any of those Saudi leagues or whatever, but get
yeah,
some money.
yeah,
That is extremely crucial. That is part B of Berta's job. So that is
yeah,
something like, see, for example, if we get all the dream signings that we are dreaming of, we have gotten Norgard, we have gotten Zubimendi, we have gotten Kepa.
yeah,
If we get Gyökeres, if we get Eze, and if we get Rodrigo also,
yeah,
we need to sell people as well,
yeah.
to at least balance the book
Balance.
or
Yeah, yeah,
make
yeah,
it something. And I don't know whether I don't want any of our top players to go, but
yeah,
even if the second string players who are going out, like Tomiyasu, we could have tried to get at least 10 million, 15 million, something. At least something is better than nothing, right?
yeah. But Tomiyasu's case is a different thing where I've read somewhere. I'm not sure how true it is. Regarding Tomiyasu, he was having mental issues and everything. Like he was not. His mother passed away, and his injury concerns. All those factors considered, and that is the reason why he was like contract was terminated. But the case is with Martinelli's, like I would say Martinelli, I would say he has a much better future perspective in a different team, is what I personally feel. For this particular season, I would rather keep Trossard in our team for one more season, and then Martinelli to be sold, because he can be a high value selling because he's young. We can get and he's not that, like he has just had a bad season or something, but we can get a lot from him if we were planning to sell him. But yeah, that is. But Trossards, I heard it's like 20 million. We bought him for 20 or 27 something. We are planning to sell him for 20 is what I heard, which is fair enough. We have utilized him fair enough for Trossard. Yeah,
Yeah, so these things, I mean, these are positive news that I'm looking for. Like, okay, you if you're honestly, I think we should keep Martinelli and sell Trossard, even if we are getting
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, sell these players in good amount. Like Fabio Vieira, we wanted to sell him last season as well,
Yeah.
but we could not sell him, and we had to end up
Send him on
letting him
loan.
go on a loan.
Yeah.
This season also, I think starting today, the rumors have come some 2025. So these are the deals that needs to be converted. Like
Yeah.
say for the likes of Nelson.
Yeah.
See, Nelson is a decent player for a mid-table team like the likes of Fulham
Yeah.
and Crystal Palace and Wolves of the world. Sell them, sell these kind of players to them for a decent amount, 15 million, 20 million, that's fine.
Yeah.
But that is something that is needed. See, what Balogun is what 3 seasons back we sold him or 2 seasons back we sold him.
Yeah. 2 season back.
Iwobi is way old story. Then what you said. Then
ESR.
you have ESR also we sold it at a very low
Yeah.
rate. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
30,
So
30, I guess. Eddie also like 30, 35
see,
something we sold. Yeah.
I don't think so. AD was as high as 35, but
Yeah.
whatever. So that is something that that needs to be fixed, and that has to be Berta's job because yeah, he has done a good job in the previous clubs that he was part of. So
Yeah.
that is something that needs to
Yeah.
be.
Regarding the sales part, what I am thinking is in a different way from what you're thinking. Because as of now, for Arsenal as a football club, what we require is incomings as striker and everything for our trophy. As fans, what we want is a trophy from our club, right? So I can give some time for Berta, like maybe this end of, like I want him to finish all the incoming signings before the preseason, take his own time
Definitely.
selling after the preseason time, like let's say after July 19th, take the time till deadline day to sell rather than to buy, and then maybe take some more time till January window to sell some more players and bring in which is required. That is what I can give him more time. But
Yes.
one
You take the time, but
yeah,
ensure that they are done well.
yeah,
See, honestly, this season, with the expectations around, if not all, the premier signings, like Gyökeres has to come before preseason, in my opinion.
yeah,
So those things you sort it out, then try selling. Obviously, there
yeah,
will be some outgoing. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the thing is, with this Madueke news coming in to the picture from yesterday or day before yesterday, what has happened in Twitter is people are trying to do clickbaits and rage baits about Gyökeres. Randomly, some people are coming and saying Gyökeres is the deal is stalled and everything. Like tier 4, tier 5, some random shits from Twitter are coming and putting some tweets. And some of our Arsenal fans, like, so like desperately attached to the Gyökeres situation, falling for it sometimes, which I would rather tell all fans to wait for some more time. Maybe by the end of the week, I feel it should get done, because all the situations are in such a way that it'll be done for 70 plus 10, I guess. That 5 million is
yeah,
the
yeah.
gap, I feel. So
That
hopefully
is
that
that
should be
is
done.
hopefully that should be done. See, like since we have mentioned Madueke, yes, I think my perspective, and I feel a lot of or the majority of our fan base's perspective is Madueke probably is a good option as a for a Saka backup. Probably,
Okay.
it's the valuation that is questioning.
Yeah.
Me. I don't mind a guy like Madueke to be Saka's backup because that is something that we know that we quite struggle with that role. Even if Madueke can give or play those odd FA Cup games or the initial Champions League group stage games and all, that is fine. But 50 million, the valuation is something that is I am not okay with. I trust Berta, I trust Arteta. Obviously, Arteta would have seen something. I know the player on my background. There were also quite some
Yeah.
uh, quite some heat when he was. But Havertz was a proven regular international player who has won Champions League, who has been part of top flight football for a long, long time, regular starter for his national team. Yes, for such a player, and we knew that Havertz is not going to be a backup. Havertz is something who probably was looked at a dual role of a striker, or say maybe back then. Honestly, when I thought Havertz was brought, he was bought for the role of Xhaka. He will possibly fit in the midfield
Yeah,
role, but thanks to injuries and whatnot, he's playing
yeah.
forward. But see, 65 million for Havertz or 60 odd million for Havertz still made sense to me. But Madueke 50 million, I'm not sure.
Yeah, the thing is, Havertz thing, I would say, have we got the full value from him of that 65 million? Not yet, because there are different multiple factors for it. His injury and the team situation, like that is there. So, like teams, people, like a lot of players having injury, then him having a long break of injuries and everything. So, yet it is still their time, there is a lot of time for him to prove again. 65 million, not that like something that is mind boggling, similar to Madueke's one. I'll give a different perspective of Madueke thing as well. So if Arsenal had finished SA's deal, Jokeres deal, and then Arsenal was looking for Rodrigo, like trying to see if there was something is happening or something, like some kind of positive news going on with Rodrigo part, and then this Madueke deal was about to be announced or something, or this news came up, there would not have been that much chaos within Arsenal
Yeah.
fans. The main reason is the primary target Jokeres is still not up to date, or yet not completed. Yeah, SA's deal, they are saying it is parallelly going on, but there are no updates on that. But Maduike's updates are coming every half an hour by the so-called Fabrizio Romano. Like I know, Fabrizio is a proper journalist in terms of here we go things, but when it comes to Chelsea, he has a small bias over them. That is what I personally felt. But his news are up to the mark. But yeah,
See, I am not a
in
fan of, like, I follow Fabrizio because I have to follow to keep in touch. Lately, I somehow get a little annoyed with him, honestly, trying to, in lack of better word, trying to milk the same news again and again and again and again. So that is something. I still trust our OG Ornstein. Yes, his updates are not quite frequent, but whatever updates that are very credible. Again,
yeah,
not taking anything away from Fabrizio, because we know that how influential he is and how good or how reliable his news are. Yes, completely agree with the fact that it seems like there is clear certain set of bias that it comes with Fabrizio whenever he is engaging in any conversation related to Chelsea. But I think in today's world, you have to live with it. And
yeah,
there is inflation. Like, see, one good point I just want to bring back. You mentioned that we haven't got the full potential of Havertz of 65 million. Completely agree. We haven't. But in today's inflated market,
yeah,
every player is being bought at a very high rate. So, I mean, players,
yeah, yeah,
random
yeah.
players are being sold for 100 million. See, even Jude Bellingham one season is 100 million worth 20 goals one season. No,
No, no, no.
even I would say that Jude Bellingham has had an exceptional season, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
But does that justify his price tag of whatever 100 or 100 million? Probably not. One player that comes to my mind who has completely justified his amount, the so-called amount that was announced, is Haaland.
yeah, yeah,
But obviously, Haaland was not signed at the price that he was quoted for. So that is a discussion for
yeah,
some other day.
yeah.
But yeah, that is something that we need
Yeah,
to.
I completely understand. The problem with Arsenal, like when it comes to Arsenal, it is like our players are not getting sold for that amount. So that is also in back of our minds sometimes. Like, we are buying players for higher rates, but our players are not going for what is expected, or they are just going on loans, or contracts are being cancelled. That is also a factor here. So yeah, uh, let's. If you don't have any points to add on this transfer window part, I will quickly add on to bring on a new question, one last question before we end this podcast. What do you think Arteta will do this season? Complete something different with Haynes coming in, Gabriel Haynes coming in. Do you think there will be any tactical changes, or with Zubimendi coming in, positional changes? What do you think? How it how Arsenal team will look like? Yeah, I guess he has got a call or something. Yeah. Guys, please comment on give your thoughts about how would Arsenal look like in the team list. Yeah, go ahead, Ankur.
Hey, sorry, Deepak, my food delivery was here, so I had to pick up the call. Okay,
Yeah.
so your question was with our new
Signings.
supporting assistant manager.
No, no,
One thing
no,
is,
not only supporting us as a man, like Zubimendi coming in, Gabriel Haynes coming in the supporting role. Will it change roles for Odegaard, or will we change the 4-2-3-1 to a 4-3-3, or something different, or more attacking wise, or something like that? Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
1 second, 1 second.
Yeah, yeah. No worries, no worries. Yeah, yeah. So, guys, I would like to know your thoughts as well in the comments regarding how will Arteta line up in the coming season. Yeah,
Yeah, hi, I'm back. See, I think there, see, little bit tweaking here and there will be there, but I don't see a major change in our core structure.
yeah,
Like I think now our central defense is quite changed now, right? With
yeah,
Jorginho and the player whom I don't want to talk about is on his. Both of them are out.
yeah,
So uh, with Zubimendi and Norgard coming, so there might be some tweak here and there, but I think overall the structure will most, because that is something that has been working well. Yes, possibly it is not giving the ultimate result that we are looking for yet, but it has
yeah,
been working well, and I trust the process, and I
yeah,
absolutely trust the system. In Heinz, it will be an interesting thing with Arteta being so active on the touchline and whatever. I absolutely had no idea that there were YouTube compilation of his reactions that were already available. Looking at that, it will be interesting to see has a who keeps more calm on the
yeah,
touchline. I think end of the day, it's probably Airport Albert has to manage both of them.
yeah, yeah,
But on a lighter note, uh, the love that PGMOL has for Arsenal, we might see couple of cards. Maybe I don't know.
yeah, more of a airport person to be on the
Could be.
coaching side of it. Both of them, like, depends. So I've also heard that Gabriel Haynes is a adamant kind of a coach in his coaching system, wherein if the players don't perform well, they are given limited water access and all, and more number of push-ups and running and all. That's what I've heard. Maybe a
I
troll or a
think that
meme.
will not be the case here, because these news that we have read, even if that is true, in those clubs, Heinz was the head coach. Here, he
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
assistant coach, so he's not the
assistant coach.
boss.
Yeah,
So it's Arteta's team. He's supporting Arteta. Obviously,
yeah,
he will have some credibility. He will be in charge of something, some part. He will give his inputs, be it during the match, before match, after match, during training. But Is he the final yes no man? Definitely not. I think in terms of hierarchy, it will still remain the same. It will be Arteta, Airport Albert, Nick Over, and possibly Haynes,
Yeah,
and uh, and obviously Inaki Peña is the goalkeeping coach who has a separate
yeah, yeah.
role on.
Yeah, so hopefully this season doesn't end up just on set pieces or something. I'm hopeful that with Zubimendi coming in, I feel Odegaard will be much freer. He doesn't have to come to the center more, and like he'll be more free. And Rice will be like more of a Shaka role rather than like playing in a slow
Yeah,
paced game or something. So he will have more access moving forward. And Jokeres, to be fair, long balls. If Jokeres comes in, Zubimendi's long balls, I know his technical abilities are great. So that will help. That is
yeah.
what I
I
feel.
think
So more of
even
attacking games.
Zubimendi's long balls, Rice's long balls. So it looks interesting. But yes, I think it's all for the viewers out here also. It will take some time. Like, don't expect wonder class from day
Yeah.
one itself. It will take some time. We have to trust. But yes, as we were talking initially, I think this season we need a trophy. I am fine with an cup also, but
No.
I think we need a
That,
trophy
that's your
because
perspective.
that
For me,
helps.
it is like either Premier League or Champions League. I am like because you are getting like if Jokeres comes in, you are getting a proper striker for Arteta, and most of the things are like 99% things are addressed. So that is why I am feeling like he should deliver in either Premier League or Champions League. It's been 6 years nearly, so that is the personal thought. Yeah. One last thing that I want to tell is like the preseason. Here you said right, we need time. That is where I feel the preseason counts because
Yes.
Jokeres coming in, Zubimendi, Odegaard, Rice, all playing in the preseason. That will give them more easier time to gel together rather than start of the Premier League season. And we are
See,
playing the relegation battle first.
Zubimendi, Norgard are all already in. So I think they have started training also from today.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a good thing. Gyökeres, I don't know. That's the North Star I think this season we are looking for. When he
yeah.
will come, I just hope that it doesn't end up like Mudrik. I think he'll come. There will be some challenge, but I think
That
that he
guy,
should be able
that
to
guy
run.
is more desperate for to join Arsenal than Arsenal
Yeah, yeah,
trying to
yeah.
sign
He's
him.
giving up his
He's
wage
giving
and
up his, and he's like he will not turn up for the training. He'll not turn up for any other process. He just wants to move Arsenal. That is what he clearly stated to Sporting Lisbon. So yeah, Arsenal should like. I guess with this adamancy from Gyökeres, Arsenal is trying to negotiate for a lesser price because the
yeah.
player wants to move. That is what I guess that is delaying. If the player hadn't said this or like was not this adamant, they might have given the 70 million quicker, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and see, this is something I am also not liking about the whole Madueke news that
Yeah.
the price tag
Breaking.
of, I just hope that the price tag of Madueke doesn't give ideas to Sporting to ask for more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is the case. So even Rodrigo's case, if we are to plan for him, they might boost up because I heard City and Liverpool are planning to come for Rodrigo as well, is what I heard. So the prices will go up high, or else Arsenal has to swiftly deal with it like quickly, which we have not done yet. I am happy with Berta till now because he has been dealing things all together one by one. Like if something is taking a delays or a hit, something is happening on the other side. He's parallelly doing
Yeah,
things, so that is what I'm happy about.
it's much
Hopefully,
better. Like it's not like Edu where we waited till the last day to sign Sterling.
yeah,
I mean, like deadline day. We all knew that he's just a probably ninth option or tenth option or something like that.
yeah, and that too,
Uh,
Neto coming in as a goalkeeper, even a cup-tied one. That was another uh, decision that I never
and
agreed
we
to.
never
What?
played Neto only. Like
Yeah,
cup
two
tied, he
games.
was only for Carabao Cup, right?
Yeah, he was
We
not
did not
played.
play him in FA. I think he
We
played
lost the
one
first game.
Champions League.
One Champions League and FA Cup with the like United team we played, and we lost that game. So
But
he
that
was there.
United game, Raya played. He did not play.
That was two-legged game, or like no, I guess Raya played. Yeah.
No, no. Raya played.
Okay, okay. So he played only one game, I guess.
No, he played two games. He played one Champions League game, and I think he played one more game. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. I am happy
yeah,
with Kepa. Kepa is a
yeah,
see
yeah, yeah,
signing. Kepa, I am okay with.
yeah,
You get a player who is internationally proven, who is a proven top flight footballer, out of preference from his current club. Get 5 million. That's a very good deal
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for Kepa.
Yeah, he's kind of like a different version of Ramsdale, is what I felt, which is what Arteta wanted as well. Like a showstop, like a short stopper player. He's not like good in playing from the back, but for games like Carabao and all, he's more than
Yeah,
enough for us to
it's more
deal
than
with
enough.
those
Yeah,
threats.
yeah.
And Raya gets the break.
Kepa at that price point is a very good signing. But again, there are so many uh, what do you say, so many
Yeah,
goalkeepers have we signed or whatnot. But I think it is what it
yeah.
is, man. We can't.
More goalkeepers signed by Arsenal than a striker. That is the record for Arteta. So
Striker,
yeah.
unfortunately, to be honest, I was quite excited when we signed Jesus. I thought that
He would have proved
things
much
would
better.
have been, yeah, I would have been, but again, brings
He
back to
started
my
very
Brazil.
well.
Yeah, yeah,
He started very well, and then that season, like to be fair, Zinchenko and Jesus both helped us in transition to a different level. Like from eighth, they brought us till fifth, and then to the second position. They had their roles perfectly set up. Like what they did was great for us. Then Jesus's injury, continuous injuries, and everything that went to his downfall, I would say.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but Gyökeres, I am more excited than anyone because from the beginning when the discussion was happening with Gyökeres and Sesko, I was like, I want Gyökeres now, not Sesko, because Sesko is young. He needs time to develop, 1 or 2 seasons more. Until then, no. So that's what I felt. Many people's choices are Sesko. Yeah. So now deal with Gyökeres if you get him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was also, I think, I mean, initially there were rumors that we might be able to get both of them, but I never believed that. I
Yeah.
knew that we will only be getting one. My
Yeah.
preference was also
Gyökeres.
Gyökeres always. Well, let's see, man. Fingers crossed. I just hope that we uh, get that here we go or whatever, or directly Arsenal announcement. But
Normally, what
just
happens is if there are any bad rumors that provokes Arsenal fans, the next day there is some good news that is coming up.
yeah.
That's what. So hopefully
Yeah,
tomorrow
on
something
the
else will come up.
on the provoking bit, just one part I need to mention it to everyone who is watching this. Like, we understand that we are not possibly quite happy with the whole Madueke news or the Madueke transfer, but he doesn't deserve the hate that he is getting on social media. Madueke as a player, I mean, it's absolutely shameful for us as individual. I'm not even calling us as a fan base, as individual humans, to instill such stupid, arrogant hate to another human being, his family, like that much hate that he has to turn off his comments on social media posts and all. Please, I mean, we should be at least this much sensible to not get into these things.
Yeah, it is just a deal that 50 million pound that our management is dealing with Chelsea management, nothing to do with the player. That is
Yeah,
that is the most irritating part. Why jump onto the player? Like if you comment whether he'll stop the deal or what, no, he'll come for sure. At the end of the day, you will start cussing him, and then next day when he puts the Arsenal jersey, you'll have to support him. That's it. So
Yeah,
why simply going and
and no one deserves hates and
yeah,
abuse,
hey, no
man.
one deserves hate.
It
No, no, no. That this was the same thing that I had when Jota's news came in. A lot of random bullshits were
yeah,
going on. So yeah, no, no, I don't want to touch with that. If I start that, I'll start cussing. So, anyways, thank you, Ankur, bro. We thought of doing a
yeah.
half an hour one, so it is
We
almost
ended.
40. So, thank you for
I think we
joining
always
with me.
end up overshooting, but it's really great doing this, Deepak. We should definitely do this more
Yeah,
often, and hopefully next time that we are doing this podcast, we'll be doing this with our masks on for good reasons, not for
yeah,
some lockdown or something. But we hope the next podcast that we are doing with our masks on.
yeah. No problem. Ankur, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining
Thank you
today.
so much. Thank
No
you.
problem. Yeah. So that was it, guys. This is a podcast which we did with the Bangalore Arsenal supporting group. So these were his thoughts. Share your comments, share your thoughts on what we discussed. If you have any different viewpoints or something, please share with it. And also, do let us know what all new video ideas that you want to do on our channel. Like if you want to join our podcast, just message us or DM on our main channel Malu Talks Arsenal in Instagram. We are happy to start a podcast with you guys. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe. This is a new channel, so let's reach up to all the Arsenal fans all over India first, and then all over to the world, and let's make it a big community. Thank you, guys.